Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of HCS Matters. I'm John Wright, Director of Public Relations for Hardin County Schools. And you've seen it in the media, you've heard about it, you've seen it on social media, etc. We are merging with West Point Independent School, and that begins next year in August with the 2020-2021 school year. I'm still getting used to saying that as we get deeper into the 2020s. So with me today are Dr. Sally Sugg, who is the interim superintendent at West Point Independent, and Ms. Teresa Morgan, who is the superintendent of Hardin County Schools. And guys, welcome. Thank you for sitting down today. But I guess, Dr. Sugg, there's a lot of history behind West Point Independent Schools. I know you've been interim superintendent for less than a year, but what have you learned about West Point in that short time?
Well, I'd have to say, John, the community is so tight-knit. It is just a sweet little river town, and everybody in the community has some connection to the school. Most everyone I've met has either been on the school board, or they've taught there, or they have students there, obviously. So everybody is connected to the school. It's the hub of the community. And so thinking about merging with Hardin County has been difficult for some of the adults especially. Sure. But we're over that now. We're celebrating what West Point has been since 1845 and putting together some fun activities to really celebrate that from here until the end of the year. So we're going to be busy with that.
All right, we'll talk more about that here soon. But Ms. Morgan, the opportunities for us, Hardin County Schools, to bring those students into, and 130 some students into our family. I know I'm excited about that. You're excited. Dr. Sugg's excited about that. Just talk about that excitement and why we are so excited about that.
Well, the West Point community is so rich in culture and community, and anytime you can bring in parents and students who value education as the West Point parents will, that is going to make us better as Hardin County Schools. And then also the communities that they're joining can also share some of their successes that they have and invite them to be a part of that as well.
So, Dr. Sugg, you talked about community, and as well as Ms. Morgan has, but and it's not, this merger is not something that has been taken lightly. It has been discussed and discussed and discussed some more, and kind of take us through the process. And some of it was before you came, but what led us to the point of discussing merger?
Right.
How did we get there?
Right. Actually, I met with someone that had been on the school board years ago, probably 10, 15 years ago, and he said, every year we talked about how long can we stay viable as a district with only 50 students. And so the fact that we have so few students has made it very difficult. It's been difficult to keep teachers because obviously we can't pay the salaries that larger districts do. So it's been very difficult for, again, the longtime West Point families to accept the fact that financially we just cannot be a viable district. So I think that's been probably the point that it's come down to. Obviously, our students are going to have many more opportunities than we can provide at West Point. So through the year, we've looked at the data every which way that we possibly could, and finally just shared that with the community in a very open meeting and laid it out to them. And when people see the facts, they understand.
Well, that's what I was going to talk to you about. You guys have been both districts have been extremely transparent about this whole process, and we know there's a lot of emotion involved and things like that. But transparency, I think Dr. Sugg has been huge. Has been key.
It is, and one of the things that helped us early on when our board decided to go ahead and start the discussions, we had a email put up, Future of West Point Schools, and anybody that had a question could send that in anonymously, or they could attach their name, and within 24 hours we got the answer to that question, even if it meant to go to Hardin County and talk to John Wright or Ms. Morgan or KDE or whoever could answer that question. And then we assimilated all of that into a frequently asked questions sheet, and we published that. So I think getting those questions answered before the actual board meeting and the vote took place, it really helped our community to come to terms with the fact that this was really best for our students.
And talk about KDE. KDE basically came down and kind of gave West Point just a couple of options. You know,
Right.
the KDE would kind of take over the district, or you could merge. And I think Ms. Morgan has put it eloquently before. You guys wanted to do it your way, and so that's where we are today. So
Right, and I really have to thank the community and also give a lot of praise to our school board. When that happened last summer, the KDE management audit happened, and then Commissioner Lewis suggested that we should go ahead and merge. The board, and then when I came on the end of August, we felt like we needed to do it correctly. We needed to do it so that we had time to transition and to do these planning activities. And so that's one reason our board chose to challenge that decision of KDE, because they wanted the time to look at the data really carefully and to make those decisions in a real prudent fashion. And I think the way it's turned out has been a very, very good demonstration of their good decision making.
And Ms. Morgan, you've seen in your role in this, which has been huge as well, you've seen a lot of teamwork from West Point Independent. They have been super easy to work with.
They really have. I cannot say enough. Their number one concern has always been their students. And I think it's important anytime there's change that you allow people to go through those steps. So Dr. Sugg referenced, thinking back and reflecting on what this community has been for 150 years is really important for them to go back and have those memories, and more importantly, share those memories. And for the young students to realize what a vibrant community they have been at up to this point. And then sometimes, it's time to expand your wings a little bit, and that's what these students will be doing by joining Hardin County Schools.
Talk about the role that you've had in this, and I know Mr. Wise, our board chair, has been critically important to this. So as Dr. Sugg said, this is not hey, let's get together and merge. And it's been lots of conversations and lots of emails and things like that, right?
Right. I think the most important thing is our board, while welcoming the West Point students, also wanted to make sure they were not going to be taking away from anything of Hardin County. We wanted to make sure that this would not be a tax burden on the folks of Hardin County schools. That was important, where these students would be placed, making sure that we had the room for the students and that the current students would be able to have the same education that they are accustomed to. So it really was working together to make sure we were meeting the best interest of Hardin County students and West Point students.
Right, and you talk about where we place them. So elementary or K through, or preschool and kindergarten will go to North Park. Grades 1 through 5 to Vine Grove. 6, 7, and 8 will go to James T. Alton Middle, and then obviously 9th through 12th graders should, after we get through the grandfathered clause, and we'll talk about that here in just a second, we'll go to North Hardin High School. So there was a method to that. It wasn't just a, hey, let's flip a coin and let's go to Vine Grove. It was discussions that you and Dr. Sugg and the board chairs had, and it wasn't just a, let's just stick them here type conversation.
Right. We really tried to make sure that they would be going to a school that represented the school they were coming from and the schools that had space. So that is why those schools were chosen. It is no accident that we chose 2 schools that are right geographically connected, because again, we're going to be driving them from their community to a new community, and we felt it was necessary to have the younger kids and the older kids to be in the same location, especially for the parents who may come and pick up a student. It'll be much more convenient for those parents as well to have them in that geographic location.
We touched on it, but currently when an 8th grader finishes at West Point Independent, the high school curriculum is located at Elizabethtown Independent High School, or Elizabethtown High School. So students that are currently enrolled in 9th through 12th grade there. Of course, the 12th graders will graduate here,
Yes.
here in a few weeks, but students that are currently in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, what happens to them?
The students will have the opportunity to remain at Elizabethtown High School. We know what an important experience that high school experience is. So those students will have the opportunity to stay there. Elizabethtown Independent and Hardin County Schools are working for the transportation to make sure that will happen. There is full commitment on both school districts. That was important to West Point as well. And so again, the largest class I believe is graduating this year, but the rising seniors will stay at Elizabethtown, and the 9th graders will go to 10th to 11th. The 8th graders, however, at West Point will go right on into North Hardin High School. Our counselors have already met with them, showed them the pathways that we have within Hardin County Schools. We'll be meeting with the parents to share with them, this is what your child has been talking about, all these opportunities that your child has through high school to leave transition ready, you know, to move forward and go to college or have that job ready when they get out of high school.
Dr. Sugg, you touched on the word opportunities earlier, and you know, I know we as a school district didn't want to go say, hey, look at all of this that you're going to be getting. We wanted them to feel welcome. We wanted them to embrace the change, and I know that's been hard. It's just emotionally hard, but one would be blind not to realize just the multitude of opportunities for students to succeed. And so when talking to folks about the transition, how has that played out?
Well, that was very important to me early on, even looking at the financial piece of it. The lack of opportunities because of finances really was a heartburn for me. I'm a former high school principal, former elementary principal, and I've worked a lot around the state in large districts, and I know what's out there and what's available, and I know what's available right here in Hardin County. And of course, the students that go to our school don't know what they don't know. Right. And parents aren't familiar with the things that are out there now that weren't there when they went to school. Mm-hmm. So, for instance, the arts programming that you all have. And so just all of those things that are available, robotics, those things that our kids will just flourish in and they will thrive in. I knew those were available, and just making sure that our community and our parents understood those opportunities are out there. I still don't think they know, but once our students are in those schools and they're participating, they will see.
I think you used the term just a few minutes ago about expanding your wings and flying. You know, as we've all noted, and it's been said several times, West Point is a very close-knit, very tight-knit community, and so for those children to expand those wings, and as an educator, I know that, I mean, I see your face light up when you talk about it.
I'm excited,
Yeah.
Very excited for them. Yes, and like I said, most of the parents in our community, they went to West Point, they went to Elizabethtown High School, so they don't have that familiarity with Hardin County. And just in the few short months I've been here and working at West Point, getting to know all of the folks at Hardin County and understanding that their love for kids is the same as the love for kids at West Point, I know they'll be well taken care of. So I feel very, very confident about sending them on.
And Ms. Morgan, it is, we've used the word family
Yes.
for years in our district, and how our children are family members, and we want those students that live in West Point. I don't want to call them West Point students, the students that just happen to live in West Point.
Right.
We want them to feel that family embrace as well, and hopefully we convey that fairly well.
Right. I believe we have a multitude of transition activities planned.
Yes.
We have transition activities to where at first our counselors and administrators are actually going to West Point Independent School. So those students are familiar with the faces that they'll see. And then those students will actually come to Hardin County Schools for a variety of activities as well.
I mean, my first trip to West Point Independent School just last week, and while we were there, North Hardin High School was there, and they were going back this week, as we tape this video, to actually register students for classes next year. And so,
Yes.
Just the excitement, and I guess, Dr. Sugg, what have you heard from students as now that they're starting to hear some things that they're going to see next year? What's the buzz been?
Well, especially with our 8th graders, the buzz is about all of the opportunities with your pathways that are available for high schools all across Kentucky. And of course, I know that those opportunities exist in Elizabethtown, but our students at 8th grade had not even heard about a lot of those kinds of things. So just hearing them talk about the things they're interested in and what they might enroll in, that's been very exciting for me. And of course, the younger students, our elementary students, they are really excited to know that some of the teachers that they have right now at West Point will be following them and be at the elementary and middle school. So they're excited about that. They'll have some familiar faces there.
Yeah, let's talk about that, Ms. Morgan, how some of those faces will come over, as Dr. Sugg.
Right. Teachers with continuing contracts and classified employees with continuing contracts will join us in Hardin County next school year. And again, none of this happened without a lot of planning. Meeting with Dr. Sugg and the principal, Ms. Breeding, we have tried to make sure those teachers will be placed at the schools where their students will be located. And again, that's so that those students will have that familiar face. But of course, the transition activities of letting them meet the counselor and principal, and then coming to the schools and meeting some of the teachers. But again, you want them to have that familiar face that they've seen for years at West Point. So we were very purposeful in how we have placed those people so that, again, that transition is very smooth.
What are you hearing about the transportation piece of it? Because I'm sure that, as Ms. Morgan said, they're not literally down the street anymore. They're 20 minutes away.
Right, and one of the concerns that some of our parents and community members have had is if our students will be able to take part in the after-school activities at Hardin County. And so I know Ms. Morgan is planning for that, and possibilities of activity buses being able to transport back and forth. Those parents that are really interested in having their students be involved will probably do a lot of carpooling and working together to make sure their students will be able to participate. And you're right, it is a little bit of a drive, but I think what's at the other end will be worth it.
That's right. I heard the term, when we were in West Point the other day, I think one of you said, or maybe it was Mrs. Breeding, that said, asked Ms. Quarter, the principal at North Hardin, you have football. And of course they're not they're not used to having football, but you talked about celebrating the past, and I know you've had plenty of opportunities to do that, and are going to have some more opportunities to do that. So talk about that.
We will. Actually, just a couple of weeks ago, we celebrated 100 years of basketball at West Point. The first game was in 1920, so we celebrated 100 years. Our local volunteer firefighters played our West Point Pointers, and it was really nice.
The kids won, right?
The kids won. Awesome. It was down to the wire, but they did prevail, and we celebrated all of the past athletes, coaches, cheerleaders, and even clubs, people that came back, and it was standing room only in the gym. We had our oldest athlete alumnus that was, I think, from 1940.
Wow.
So it was quite a night. And hopefully, with the building still being there and being part of Hardin County's facilities, hopefully there'll be opportunities for the community to even use that building.
Right. So let's talk about that. The building, and I'm sure some folks are saying, well, what's that mean? Some folks in Hardin County, what's that mean for me? So as a taxpayer, our community embraces us, and we're so thankful for that. But what's that mean? What's it mean for the fiscal responsibility of the people that live in West Point and the fiscal responsibility of the people in Hardin County, or live in Hardin County schools?
Right.
District.
Well, through this merger, our Board of Education wanted to make sure we did not place an undue burden on the taxpayers of Hardin County. So taxpayers should not see any difference, except for those who live in West Point. West Point, their tax rate was $1.07 per $100, and that will go down to our tax rate of around 64.2. So they will have a reduction, and what we get in Hardin County is the opportunity to serve more students and have those students to be educated with us, and have them to come back and serve in the community upon their graduation and have them well prepared to do that.
And those additional teachers that we talked about bringing from West Point, SEEK dollars from the state, will take care of those. So
Yes,
because there'll be more students.
Yes, we'll start receiving the SEEK dollars and transportation funding for those students from West Point. So again, the people of Hardin County will not see a difference with this. However, you know, as I said, the West Point will. We will continue to hold on to that building. As Dr. Sugg said, there will be some activities over the summer. Just like our schools in Hardin County have activities happening over the summer, they will continue to have that. We have a cruise and cafe that provides lunch for our students over the summer, and that cruise and cafe will be going to West Point to provide those students with lunch over the summer as well. So a lot of thought and a lot of planning has gone into this, and really just making sure that all students are well taken care of and prepared for the future.
Well, we're excited. Dr. Sugg, I know you are. Ms. Morgan, I know you are as well. And it's been a learning experience. I know for me and probably for you guys.
Yeah.
And so we're just excited to welcome. I don't care where a student comes from. I'm just excited to welcome them
Right.
into our family.
Absolutely.
And that's been the mantra here, and we know that will continue. So thank you both for sitting down with us and hanging out with us today. So both of these ladies have worked very hard, along with our school board members, and the West Point Independent School Board has worked very hard to bring this merger together. There is a video now that we want you to see that features Mrs. Morgan and the principals of the schools and some administrators from the schools that the West Point students will be coming into in August. So we're going to show you that now, but after that we'll be done here. But just thank you for watching. We appreciate all the support that our community gives to Hardin County Schools. And for more information about the district, you can always go to our website. That's hardin.kyschools.us. Our social media sites, and for the folks from West Point, we encourage you to do that and just learn more about the schools. And those schools also have some social media sites and their websites as well. You can find those on the district page. So, but anyway, thank you for watching.
I'm Teri Morgan, Superintendent of Hardin County Schools. We want to take this opportunity to welcome you to be part of the Hardin County Schools family. Please know that all the folks that you are getting ready to meet are excited to have you in their schools. This is an opportunity for us to grow and develop as a family. Please know we are working with all of the folks at West Point to make this transition as smooth as possible. Many of the activities we will actually come to West Point and meet with you, but then we want you and your families to have the opportunity to come to Hardin County Schools so that you are comfortable in this transition. The most important thing you need to know is that you're coming to a great community and you will make our community even greater. So we welcome you and we thank you.
Hello, I'm Beth Brandenburg. I'm principal at North Park Preschool Kindergarten School in Hardin County. We are so excited to have you join our North Park family. We have lots of activities planned for you, but in the meantime, if you need to reach me, my email address is at the bottom of the screen, and you can reach me at phone number 270-351-4464. We're excited about the things we're going to do together. Thank you.
Hi, I am Kelly Stone, the Assistant Principal at North Park Elementary School. I am so excited to be meeting our new Tiny Trojans. Hurry and get here.
Hello, my name is Amy Rout, and I'm the counselor here at North Park Elementary School. I look forward to meeting all of our wonderful families that are coming here.
Hello.
Welcome to Vine Grove Elementary. We are so excited for you to be a part of our school. Hello, my name is Ashley Cockrell, principal of Vine Grove Elementary. Our staff is dedicated, loving, and eager for you to join our family. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Hi, I'm Mr. Lundy. I'm the assistant principal here at Vine Grove Elementary School, and I'm really excited to get the chance to see you guys next year. We have a lot of opportunities for you to get involved here at Vine Grove, and we're looking forward to you coming.
Hi, my name is Miss Mabe, and I'm the school counselor. I look forward to helping you get settled into the new school, and there are many ways that I can help you do that. So just come see me and let me know.
See you soon.
Hello, my name's Kevin Asst, and I'm principal at James T. Alton Middle School. At James T. Alton, we focus on three things. That is take care of ourselves, take care of each other, and take care of this place. And when we focus on that, our academics and our personal life get better and better each day. What we say at James T. Alton is we want to make a better version of ourselves each and every day. And that's what we want to do for every student here, including our West Point family. So again, welcome to James T. Alton Middle School, and we're excited to have you next year.
Greetings to students and families at West Point. We are so excited that you guys are coming next year. I'm Ms. Shear. I'm the assistant principal here at James T. Alton. It is my first year here, but I've been a part of the community for as long as I can remember here at Vine Grove. It's been a great year, and I know the transition will be wonderful for you all. We're here with lots of fun activities. It's just a very unique school. Any of your needs or interests, I'm sure there's something here at the school that we'll take care of that will help you guys be involved and just make the transition easier. Again, we're excited and can't wait to see your all's faces to be a part of our family. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Mark Roberts.
And I'm Lindsay Roberts.
And we're the counselors here at James T. Alton Middle School, and we just want to welcome you to Trojan Nation. We're excited that you're coming. We have a lot of fun activities planned this summer. We hope that you will be able to participate in those.
Once the school year gets started, we have tons of activities for you to join in as well, and we are always here to help you, and we're going to make this a smooth transition for all of your families, and we are super excited for you to join our Trojan family.
And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd be more than glad to help.
Welcome to Trojan Nation. Hi West Point students, this is Tanya Corder, principal at North Hardin High School. We're very excited to meet you soon and welcome you to the Trojan family in August. We have 1,600 students here at North Hardin and 85 staff members. While that may seem large to you, we are a tight-knit school with a lot of school spirit, and we feel like with the various clubs, sports teams, and 37 career pathways that everyone can find their niche and their interest to be met. We'll see you soon.
My name is Dan Mahone. I am the freshman assistant principal here at North Hardin High School.
I'm Jeff Macy, assistant principal. I work with all of the sophomores and half of the juniors.
Hi, my name is Josh Cowley. I'm assistant principal, and I work with the juniors and seniors here at North Hardin.
I'm Katrina Johnson. I'm a freshman counselor for last names A through K.
Hi, I'm Michelle Russell. I'm one of the guidance counselors at North Hardin High School. I have freshmen and sophomores, the end of the alphabet, L through Z, but I will also be the one coming to meet you all and work with you all to pick out your schedules and help with your transition to North Hardin, and we're just so excited to have you. Can't wait to meet you.
Hi, I'm Teri Lundy. I'm the junior senior counselor here at North Hardin.
Hi, I'm Alan Campbell. I'm a junior senior counselor here at North Hardin High School.
We can't wait to meet you.